After creating my first game for my friend Summit Stash, I decided to create my second game using as inspiration my last game. If you do not know what I'm talking about, maybe it's because you didn't watch my other video on that matter, so the link is in the description. Anyways, as you may have guessed, today I'm officially starting development of Florial's Carnival. So, to not waste more time, let's start the video. I started by writing in paper everything I wanted the game to become. It wasn't a long list, since this is my second game, and I don't have any experience creating games on my own. So, the list consists of 3 main objectives. The first one being, try to create a game that is better than my last one. Self-explanatory really. The second one is implement an options menu that works, because every game that has that, so I need to learn how to do it. And finally, implement a difficulty level that goes from easy to hard. Another one that is self-explanatory. Anyways, list done, time to start making the game. Wait, there is still something missing. The main antagonist. Well, because this is going to be a mascot horror type of game, I need a memorable character that is different from the rest. This is where Florial comes in. If you don't know who Florial is, I don't judge you, but the short answer is that he is one of the main characters in a Minecraft map I made some time ago. If you still don't know what map it is, I recommend you watching this video about the map. Link is in the description. So, making Florial in Blender with the skills that I have right now would be an insult to my beloved character. So I decided to make the decision to pay someone else to make it. Honestly, I would regret this later on, because the guy that I paid has a huge waiting list, and as of the writing of this script, I still don't have the animatronic made, and it's been almost a month. But yeah, we will see what will come of this. Anyways, back to the video. But before anything, I made a rough sketch of my vision of Florial and gave it to the artist, so now I can focus on creating this fantastic game. So I started by creating a blank project, and creating the movement of the camera and the player. One thing that I didn't mention is that I'm a sucker for first-person games. I have a huge love for them. So, for this one I'm going for a first-person game with the most common type of first-person view, that is, where you don't see the body, the false first-person. After making that, I created a sprint mechanic. I took a huge inspiration on Security Breach's sprinting mechanic to create my own, and I can say that I got really close to the one that they used. But one thing that you probably noticed is that I didn't have any type of jumping mechanic. That is because the jumping mechanic would turn the possibility to bunny hop around the map like in Security Breach. So I didn't have any type of jumping mechanic into the game. So, now with the movement ready, I started creating another core mechanic, that is the interaction system. For this one, I decided to go a bit over the top and decided to go for a more complicated version of my old interaction system. The one that I created only interacts with objects when the player is looking at them directly, making this system a bit more intuitive. And with that made, I just added some post-process effects like an outline and a widget that shows the key to be pressed and some other stuff that I will see later. And the result looks like this. I added something real funny today. Let's check it out. So, we have the normal ones, and then... If you were paying attention, you could see that one of those interactions had a long press. That is one of the reasons that the widget is there. Oh, and by the way, I was saying that I made it, but I mostly followed the tutorial in it. So, if you want to add that to your game, you can too. Link is in the description. Anyways, with that done and looking fabulous, I did an actual item to test this new system. And if you were paying close attention to the video, you could see the items that I added. Those being a flashlight, a horror classic, a key, and finally a clown horn. So, let's start with the flashlight. Well, I started by opening Blender and creating a model and texture for it. And the result looked kinda cool. It's not the best by any means, but it gets the job done. The coding was really simple. I just needed to implement the interaction system and create some new code to make the player able to equip the flashlight. And I'm happy to announce that this one is made by yours truly without any help. Yeah, I'm a big boy now. Anyways, after creating the flashlight, I started making the key. The key will be the condition to win in this game, but it wouldn't be right away. It would be in your inventory and left there until you could find the exit to use the key on. So the process to make it was more of the same thing. Modeling and texturing on Blender, passing to Unreal and giving the player the ability to equip it. But this time it wouldn't appear in a POV. It would be like in Security Breach, where when you get a keycard, it would go to your inventory separate from everything else. But here, there is no inventory. Once you get it, it's gone, and yeah, some fancy thing will appear on the screen and that's all. And the final item added was the clown horn. This item was put in place so the player needs to know their surroundings and always be on their high alert, because if they step on one, it could mean the end. Adding the item was more of the same thing, modeling, texturing and giving code. The code here would be a bit different since it would act on collision, but that's all. And here is the final result. So, let's show what we have here. So, this is just the debug scenario. So I've placed all the things here. Let's start by my guy here. So you have here the interaction, so you can see that when I press E, he interacts. We have the long press, I'm gonna do this later. We have here the key, with some quick animations that I set. The flashlight, which I made all the coding, and you can see this follows the POV. Really cool. Also, it's direct from the flashlight itself, and you have here some cool effects on the flashlight itself. I am gonna make some changes on the flashlight itself, but for now it's good. Here the clown horns. Make some cool noises. And the final one. And this is only the beginning, but because this video is already long enough, I'll leave the rest for DevLog too. And hey, if you're curious about the game, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't lose out on new videos. In the next part, I'll be adding 2 new items and I'll start developing the AI for Florial, hopefully. So yeah, I have been Void, and I'll see you next time!